Yo Nemi gang, Season 2 is finally upon us, and it turns out what we saw at the Tekken 8 dev talk a few days ago was indeed a reflection of what was to come in this new season. So we were right, at least most of us were right. Our fears have been realized. Tekken 8 Season 2 looks to be 2 times, or should I say 5 times worse than Season 1. Like Tekken 8 Season 2 so far. This is day 2. Already looks worse than Season 1. It makes Season 1 actually look good. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this. Okay, so just a quick recap of where we're coming from. So on March 23, we had a Tekken dev talk that gave us a sneak peek of what was to come for Tekken 8 Season 2 in terms of balancing and the focus of balance. Prior to this, they did tell us that Season 2 will focus mainly on the defensive aspects of the game. Defensive aspects. Despite this, everything we saw during that Tekken talk revolved mostly around offense. The hit engager into full crouch, the buffs we saw for many of the characters including Zafina, June, and Devil Jin all revolved around offense, and we had little to nothing to show for in terms of defense, apart from a few things they already showed us prior to that Tekken dev talk, including being able to sidestep from full crouch, both sides, as well as buffering inputs. Fast forward to today, and it turns out those are the only defensive mechanics actually added to the game, as well as Power Crash hit engagers completely being nerfed. So 3 major defensive changes which actually don't impact the game in any sense because of how insane every character is right now. Which brings us to the present, Season 2. This update is absolutely fucking busted, bro. It is insane. Like, this is me making a video before I even go through every single character's patch notes. I haven't looked at the bears, I haven't looked at Claudio, I haven't looked at freaking Azucena. I don't even know how other characters have changed, but from what I've seen so far, I can already tell that this is going to be a shitfest of a season. Dude, like, I feel sorry for everyone competing in this game. Like, it is crazy. Okay, so before I get into all that, the direction of this update is very weird. Like what I said, despite them talking about adding more defensive options, it seems they've just doubled down on offense. Like Tekken 8 Season 2 is just Season 1 on massive steroids. Almost every character I've seen has been insanely buffed. Insanely buffs. But not just that, the direction for certain characters is not very good in my opinion. So characters like Steve, for example. So Steve has always been known as this compact playstyle counter 8 fishing character. Of course, we all know this by the title of the counter punching paragon given to him in Tekken 8, which kind of emphasizes the fact of him being a counter 8 focused character. But the changes Steve has received in this game don't reflect that archetype. Most of the changes given to Steve in Season 2 focus around his Lionheart stance, being forced to go into this Lionheart stance off of certain moves. Like they've nerfed his Peekaboo 2, which was a counter 8 launcher, and it now forces you to go into Lionheart 1 and gives a guaranteed Lionheart 1 on counter 8 instead of launching on counter 8. So they've changed Steve to focus more on Lionheart stance. He's now a stance character. And this is what I mean by the character direction in terms of balance. They have this obsession of taking almost every character in the game to stance to enforce a mix-up. Like, how has Steve gone to a compact playstyle, right? Compact, safe, counter 8 fishing playstyle, mostly relying on timing, to a stance mix-up heavy character. Like, someone just make that make sense. So like, you see some fun stuff for the character, but you just feel bad like the direction the character is going to. So Steve is a good example for that. I don't like what they've done with Steve. For me, he doesn't feel as legacy as he used to be. Like, he just feels like a weird character, bro. It's just sad. This also applies to Lars. So Lars overall has achieved some decent changes. Keep in mind, I will cover all these characters separately. Starting tomorrow, I'll cover Leroy first, then Raven, Steve, and then Lars. So just keep that in mind. But for now, I just want to talk about the overall balance of Season 2. So Lars, for example, Lars has a new running move, running 1, which is a high, and this thing has insane tracking. I didn't manage to step it at least once, right? It's basically DE3. And what was the one thing players complained about Lars in this game? It was DE3. So what do Namco do? They give him running 1, which does the same thing that DE3 does. If you don't know, DE3 is this huge plasmid that takes him into silent entry for a guaranteed mix-up. He has that now with a new move, running 1, which is a high, safe on block, +7 on block, takes him into SE as well for a guaranteed mix-up. So now you have to worry about a full screen running 1, which is a high, tracks both sides, or a DE3 mid homing move that also takes him into SE. So like this direction doesn't add up to me. Like outside of this, I do like a lot of Lars' changes, but like this running 1, like what is this direction Namco is trying to go for, right? It's just very weird to me. Another example is Leroy. Now Leroy, for me, for most of his changes are amazing. Leroy has received very good quality of life improvements, except for that hit back 1+2. The hit back 1+2 is absolutely freaking broken. You can do some insane touch of death combos with this thing. So that's the only thing I don't like about Leroy. The TOD is busted. Maybe back 3 on hit guaranteeing the pimp cane as well is fucking busted as well. But the overall, like his other changes are so good where it puts a smile on my face because he's been given most of the stuff I asked for. But then you look at what other characters have gotten in this game and you just lose your freaking mind. So I'll be playing some Twitter clips in the background. Now I will add the author of these videos, or the people that posted the videos. So if any of them watching this that don't like me sharing the videos, just let me know and I'm happy to take down the video. But for now, I'll share this and add your Twitter name as well, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. There's so much information right now, it's very difficult to keep up. So these clips just give you a brief summary of what's going on in the season. Massive 50-50s, huge homing moves like safe, huge homings, plus moves that are like insane new hit mechanics like King or standing to 2 into Jaguar Dash, right? Mix up stance. Devil Jin, they made Morning Crow a 50-50 stance, bro. 50-50. This stance was so fun because mostly you used it mostly for pressure, like Morning Crow 1 or 2 for tracking or plus frames, but now it's a legit 50-50 between the 2+3, which is the grab in the mid as well. So the high grab in the mid as well. So like this obsession with 50-50, I don't understand the obsession Namco has for us to guess in this game. It just doesn't add up to me. So the direction is not looking good, boys. Our greatest fears have come to life. We were right about what we saw in that dev talk. Everyone that was saying wait for the fucking patch notes, you guys are always dooming the game without actually seeing what's coming. Bro, where the hell are you now? Y'all are silent now, right? Like, I'm sorry, but anyone with half a brain could see that what they showed us in that dev stream was not good. And if they had something hidden, bro, like some kind of divisive mechanic, they could have covered it. Namco love to show off every little change. Oh look, Leroy has a new fucking puppy. Let's show this fucking puppy on the stream, right? Don't show that. So if they had a defensive mechanic somehow, they would have showed it, but they didn't. And this is where we are now. The game does not have, you are not allowed to be defensive in this game. You'll be fighting a losing battle. You have to be aggressive. You always have to be in your opponent's face, bro. The only thing you have to keep in mind is like movement, right? Lock them down, then enforce the mix-ups. That's Tekken 8. So yeah, guys, our greatest fears have come to life. And now Season 2 might just be a matter of balancing. So this also goes back to we spoke about the new moves, right? It was too soon for Tekken to introduce new moves in a new season. It was too early considering that Season 1 already had massive issues. There were so many problems with the Season 1 which needed to be fixed, but they rushed and introduced new moves. Tekken 7 waited until Season 3 to introduce like massive new moves, right? And we all know what happened in S3. Everyone had massive war carry, combo damage, and that's what's happened in Tekken 8 right now. S2, bro, the combos I've been seeing, like, oh my days, over 100 damage. Like Reina gets over 100 damage from an EWGF. Like, that's just mad. It's mad, bro. It doesn't make sense. And like, what is Namco's way of balancing this? Are they gonna add +5 to health again, just like Tekken 7? Like, you already had a blueprint you could have used to work around these issues. This happened in Tekken 7. You literally had the blueprint, but you're repeating the same mistakes. It doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, boys, Tekken 8 Season 2 is not looking good. It's a very massively offensive game. Tekken 8 Season 1 ×2, massive steroids, massive 50-50 induced mix-ups. Almost every character goes to stance to force you in a mix-up situation. Very monotonous. It's really like it's lost. Tekken has lost its identity, bro. Like, so many characters had strengths and weaknesses, but like now, everyone just looks so generic with this stance stuff, and it's just sad to see. So for me, Personally, I don't think this game will be good for competition. Like, I feel sorry for people that play this for a living. Like, for me, you're traveling to guess. Basically, like, half the time you be in a guessing situation. You don't have the game in your control. You can't rely on your movement, your reads. You can't, because you're forced to guess. You're forced to eat mix-ups and deal with massive plus frames. So for me, this game will just be a casual experience. Oh, I'm drinking with my friends, I'm chilling, boom, let's boot up some Tekken and have some fun. That's what Tekken will be. I will not touch ranked. I am sorry, guys. But I know there's some of you that love this direction. I haven't seen anyone talk about how they love S2, but I know maybe casuals will be here. I will cover the game still. I'll make content, make guides, I'll break down all the changes for my mains, Lars, Raven, Steve, and Leroy. Videos coming soon in the next few days, so look forward to that. But I won't take the game seriously. I'll be playing other games on the side, or I cover content for this game. But I do love Tekken, of course, like I said in my previous video, so don't you guys worry, I got you. So yeah, boys, it is looking wild, bro. Every character is super S+ from what I've seen. There are insane combos, like Leroy, Touch of Death from back 1+2 in hit. Paul, one Death Fist, bro, in hit and rage, and it's GG's. Like, it's just that bad. So the changes are insane. I don't know how much damage control Namco will do before Evo Japan next month. They have a lot of work to do, and I don't think they'll manage this, because the balancing team seems to be the problem. Because even if this stuff is fixed, and that's a big if, there'll still be a season 3, bro. And what will happen in season 3? New moves. He to be buffed again, to be just a cycle of the same thing, unless something changes in terms of management. I don't see this game taking a turn for the better. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this negative, but like everything we said has been proven. Nothing has changed since the Tekken Dev Talk, apart from that throw break system, which honestly at this point is even redundant because it was a very small thing. It's mad, boys. A tough time to be a Tekken fan. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think of the current state of season 2? Are you happy with the changes, or are you happy with your character's changes overall? What character do you main, and what has your character received that is absolutely freaking busted? There should be at least one or two absolutely crazy things the character has received. For me, Lars has an insane running one, which is massively busted. For Steve, I think Steve is counter it down for 2. You can now cancel into full crouch down for 2 for a guaranteed launch. I'll post a video on that. Leroy has size 3+4, which is an insane plus into Hermit, as well as his hit back 1+2, which does massive damage on counter hit, TOD combos. And Raven, who just received overall decent changes. I don't think he has anything busted, but everything just looks good in terms of balance. So tell me about your characters, boys. Let's talk about this. Everyone that said wait for the patch notes, let me hear your thoughts. Beginner players, talk to your boy. Let's talk about S2. How do you feel about these changes? Is it something you like? And yeah, let's just talk about it, boys. Anyway, guys, if you watch this video, thank you so much for making this far. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Massive videos coming, so please subscribe and don't miss out. Thank you, guys. If the favorite data be ever in your favor. GG.